Good day, people. How are you? Okay, so once again, this is Meg, and today we are going to talk about another interesting topic. So, as I promised last time in my previous video, I'm going to talk about Filipinisms today. Sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, ako si Meg Dihuras at isa akong English coach. Alright, so let's get into the topic. So, ngayong araw na to, pag-uusapan natin yung Filipinisms. Okay, ano ba yung Filipinism? So, Filipinism, these are English words, pero ang kanyang kahulugan ay within the Filipino context. Tayo lang mga Pinoy yung nakakaintindi kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin nun. They are English, pero pag narinig siya ng native English speakers, hindi nila alam kung ano yon. Okay? So, it's interesting kasi marirealize nyo, ito pala talaga yung tamang ibig sabihin nun sa English language. Alright? So, they are not necessarily wrong. They are correct in our context. But, the thing is, so hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin pag kausap mo is an English, native English speaker kasi hindi ka nila maiintindihan. Alright? So, umpisahan na natin. Okay. So, the first word na gusto kong ituro sa inyo is bed space. Okay, the word bed space. Sa Filipino, ang ibig sabihin ng bed space is to use a bed at a private home and rent for which is paid by a lodger or boarder. Yun ang ibig sabihin sa Filipino. So, halimbawa, naghahanap po ako ng bed space. So, ibig mong sabihin nun, naghahanap ka ng mauupahan na, kumbaga, yung kama lang ang binabayaran mo. So, sa English, ang ibig sabihin ng bed space, it is a space in a house or a room intended for a bed or any sleeping tools. Alright? So, kumbaga sa, let's say for example, sa layout ng isang bedroom, this space is designated, that particular space is designated for a bed. Alright? So you can say, I'm looking for a room to rent or a space in a room to rent. Alrighty? Okay. So let's go to our second word. The word artist. Okay. So, usually sa Pilipino, pag sinabi nating artist, ito yung mga artista or yung actors or actresses. Okay? Pero sa English, pag sinabi mong artist, ang artist is a person who produces paintings or drawings as a profession or hobby. Okay? Sila yung mga, sa atin, natawag natin painter. Right? Okay, pero pag sinabi natin painter, in English, yun yung mga nagpipintura ng building. Okay? So, to draw the line, so pag ang ibig sabihin natin is artista, let's just say actors and actresses. Alright? We don't refer to them as artists in English. Alright? So let's go down to number 3. Okay, the word bold. So sa atin, pag sinabing bold, it's nude or naked. Okay? So pag sinabi natin bold, it refers to a movie that's titillating or that has, some sex scenes. Pero pag sinabi mong bold, the real meaning of the word bold in English is, brave and daring. Okay? So like, malakas ang loob. You're such a bold person, meaning to say you are brave and daring. Okay? Not because you are without clothes. Well, maybe the reason why we call this bold is because, yung mga films natin na medyo sexy, alright? It's kind of daring. Okay, so na-associate siguro natin yun over time sa mga taong walang damit. So, let's move on now to number 4, boundary. Okay? So, sa Philippines, ang word na boundary is an amount that public transport drivers pay their operators. So in any excess of the boundary, that's the driver's profit. Right? Okay. So, yan. Sa Philippines, pag sinabi mong boundary, yun yung boundary sa jeep, boundary sa tricycle. Okay, so, pero pag sinabi mong boundary in English, hindi nila maintindihan yun. Pag sinabi mong you have to pay me a boundary, no, they won't. Okay, so, sa English, pag sinabi mong boundary, it's a limit of a subject or sphere of activity. Ito lang yung hangganan mo. Halimbawa yung hangganan ng property mo or yung hangganan ng kung hanggang saan lang yung pwede mong gawin. Alright? That's your limit. That's your boundary. Okay, so let's move on to number 5. Okay, the word or the expression buy and buy. Okay, sa Filipino, pag sinabi mong buy and buy, ibig sabihin ng later. Alright? So, let's say for example, ma, gusto kong pumunta ng mall. Buy and buy. Alright? So, meaning to say na ibig sabihin na nanay mo later. Alright? Later. Alright? Okay. But in English, when you say buy and buy, it means eventually or in the end. Okay, so let's try to use it in a sentence in English. You know, it's taking too long. Okay, the traffic is so terrible. Okay, so you can say, don't worry, we'll get there by and by. Alright, meaning to say not later, but we're going to get there eventually. Alright? Okay, so let's move on to word number 6. Okay, the word cabinet. Alright, or cabinet. Okay, so sa Filipino, pag sinabi natin cabinet, it's the closet or the wardrobe. Dun yung pinaglalagyan natin ng mga damit. Alright? Okay, but in English, when you say cabinet, these are kitchen cabinets. Meaning to say they are the cupboards. Alright? So, these are used for storing or displaying kitchen utensils. This is not intended to store your clothes. Alright? Okay, so that's cabinet. Okay? Sa English, it's cupboard. Okay? The real, pag sinabi mo lalagyan ng damit, it should be called a wardrobe or a closet. Alrighty? Okay, let's move on to another word, calling card. Okay, may dala ka bang calling card? Wala eh. So, paano ka kukontakin ng customer mo? Wala kang calling card. Okay. So, sa atin, pag sinabi mong calling card, it refers to a business card. Okay, so this is a small card containing your personal information. Okay, like your telephone number, your email address, okay, and the company you work for. So, in the international arena, okay, this is called a business card. Alright? Pag sinabi mong call card, ang pagkakaintindi dyan ng mga Amerikano, this is a phone card. Okay, it's either a prepaid card that contains a certain amount of money that you can use to call someone. So, yun yung calling card for them. It's not even called a calling card, it's called a call card. Okay, but if you're talking about like, you know, a piece of card, okay, that contains your information, it's a business card. Alright? Okay, let's move on to word number 8. Okay, comfort room. Okay, this is Filipinism. Okay, so for us, pag sinabi natin comfort room, okay, maybe it derived from the word restroom because rest and comfort are maybe kind of associated with each other, right? Okay, so kaya siguro sinabi ng Pinoy na comfort room. Okay, but actually tayo lang yung nakakaintindi ng word na comfort room. So, it refers to either a bathroom or a restroom. So, if you're talking to a native English speaker, refer to it as a bathroom or a restroom. Okay. So, let's move on to the 9th, okay, word. Carnapper. Ito yung car thief, right? Or yung magnanakaw ng sasakyan. Alright, so unless you're talking to a British guy or a British person, may intindihan nila yung carnapper because they also use it. Okay, but generally speaking, if you're talking to an American, they will not understand what a carnapper is. Okay, sa kanila ang tawag doon is either car thief or carjacker. Okay, alright. So, let's move on to another word. Okay, this is our 10th word. So, change oil. Saan ka punta? Magpapa-change oil ako. Okay, so this is what we do. Okay, pagka nakaabot na ng yung mileage na sasakyan mo is medyo malaki na, alright? Or malayo na yung narating na sasakyan mo, so kailangan mo nang oil change. Hindi change oil, it's oil change. Alright, so we're saying it the other way around. Okay? Pero sa atin, sa context natin, nakakaintindihan na tayo nun. Alright? But for Americans, it would sound weird. Okay? It's oil change, not change oil. Alright? Let's go to our 11th word. Okay? So this one is chancing. Okay. So, chancing. Chinansingan ako. So, sumakay ako ng bus na chancingan ako. Alright? So, sa Filipino, pag sinabi natin chancing, these are the sexual advances that a person, a person does to you. Alright? Or in English, ang tawag nila dito is cop a feel. Okay? C-O-P space A space feel. F-E-E-L. Cop a feel. Yun yung chancing na pagkakaintindi natin. So, pag sinabi mong chancing kasi in English, it means taking a chance. Alright? Okay, so, siguro, okay, or based on that definition, parang naisip natin na chancing kasi mukhang kumukuha ng pagkakataon sa akin tong taong to. Okay? But the expression we use for that in English is cop a feel. Alright? So, let's try to use it in a sentence. Alright? So, someone on the bus, cop a feel. Alright? Okay, that's how you use it. Let's move on now to the 12th word, okay, which is chicken. Okay, chicken lang yan. Okay, so in the Philippines, when we say chicken, it means something which is easy or easily done. Okay, yung madaling, isang bagay na madaling gawin. Alright? So, let's say, for example, the final exam was chicken. Right? So, ibig sabihin, madali lang yung exam. And the original expression is chicken feed. Okay? So, sa America, pag sinabi mong easy, that's chicken feed. Okay? So, kung nasa States kayo, huwag niyo sasabihin, that's chicken. No, you say, chicken feed. Okay? Kasi pag sinabi mong, you're such a chicken, ibig sabihin nun sa kanila, duwag ka. Alright? So, if you mean chicken as easy, so you say chicken feed. Alright? Okay. So, punta tayo sa 13th word, which is commute. Okay. Sa Pilipinas, pag sinabi mong commute, it means to take public transport. Alright? Or to choose to ride a bus or a jeepney or a taxi, which is a public form of transportation. However, when you say commute, it doesn't necessarily mean na nag-taxi ka or nag-bus ka or nag-jeep ka. Okay, when you say commute, okay, in English, it means to travel some distance between your home and another destination on a regular basis. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you are riding a public transport. You can actually commute using your car. Alright? As long as you are traveling a certain distance and usually on a regular basis. Alrighty? Like your daily commute to work. Alright? Okay, so it can be used either as a noun or a verb. Okay, moving on, let's move on to number 14. Number 14, dine in. Okay? So usually, naririnig natin sa mga Pilipino, dine in yan. Okay? As opposed to the word take out or to go. So when you say dine in, for the Filipinos, it means to eat in the restaurant. Okay? And not take the food home or out. Okay? But then, sa English, pag sinasabi nila na kakainin nila yan sa loob ng restaurant, so they say, I'm going to eat it in. Alright? Or they just simply say, it's for here. For here. Para dito. Okay? Alright. So, as much as possible, avoid saying dine in. Okay? Or it's for dine in. So, you just say it's for here. Okay? Alright. So, now, punta naman tayo dun sa ating pinakahuling word. Okay? For this time. So, yung word na drawer. or drawer. Okay? So, when you say drawer, as in we're talking about the furniture. So, sa Filipino, pag sinabi mong drawer, ito yung buong, yung buong furniture, alright? Or yung buong dresser. Okay? Rather than the individual drawers. Okay? So, ang tawag talaga dun is dresser. Okay? You call it a dresser, not a drawer. Pag sinabi mong drawer, yun yung individual box, okay, compartments that's within the dresser. Okay, yun yung hinihila mo isa-isa, yun yung drawer. Okay, but then the whole thing itself is called a dresser. Alright? So anyway, medyo mahaba na yung ating discussion here. Okay? Marami pang ibang mga Filipinisms out there that I haven't discussed yet. So, sa next video ko naman, we'll have part 2 of this. Alright? Okay, so I hope you guys got interested in what we discussed today. And if you did, okay, if you find this interesting and informative, kindly hit the like button and share this video to your friends. Also, please don't forget to click subscribe, okay, if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, okay, so that you'll get notified whenever I upload new videos. So once again, thank you so much and see you again next time. Bye!